What's up, guys? Drillbit Beats back here again. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's actually going to be a continuation to the video that I'll link up here in case you missed it from the last upload, where I took a guitar, made a loop, and kind of added some effects and some different things to it. I then took that loop and sent it off to some producer friends. So this is the continuation video to that video. If you haven't already done so, go check that out. This is an actual live stream rip from something that we've been putting together with Logic Pro Global. If you haven't done so yet, please do search them real quick. Go and add a subscription, especially if you're a Logic Pro user. Loads of gems going to be being dropped there. Lots of information for the producer community as well. So even if you're not a Logic Pro user, you may still grab some knowledge. So please do head over there and check out some of the content. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button over there. If you haven't hit the subscribe button here, do so, and let's jump into this video.
Today we're going to do a couple minutes of flex talking, and then the second half we're going to go over a project that we all worked on. Drill started the melody, I made the beat, and then we sent it over to Myth, who's going to add his sauce to it as well. All right, so for the viewers, what's going to happen is we're going to play the MP3, and for the sake of the CPU, I don't feel like dealing with this thing glitching. Seeing as though Drill's going to hear this for the first time, I want him to hear it uninterrupted. And then after we play the MP3, we'll go ahead and break down the beat.
Oh man, all the
problems. Oh, the cliffhanger.
Well, it should play. It should play. It should play.
Yeah, just hit the space bar.
All right.
That's Drillbit.
That bounce is crazy though.
Okay, cook with the drums, okay? Okay.
I see with the switch up.
Dope, super dope.
That hook section, I can hear Dominic Fike on 100%. Or like a Latin artist.
Yeah. Weekend to kill this too.
I can see that too.
Yeah, I can see that.
Flip that vibe.
Especially, yeah, throw a little sense on there. Yeah, that's a record for sure.
Yeah, that shit goes.
Yeah, it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be easy to add some little sauce to this.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Yeah,
it's pretty much already a go.
What I can tell you is that, remember when I asked y'all what's your favorite plugin? I forgot what I said. I think it was Alchemy. It was actually Tremolo. Tremolo to me is probably the best plugin because it gives you movement on anything you put it on. You know what I'm saying? So that was the main thing I wanted with your melody, is that I wanted to give it movement on every layer, right? So let's start with the melody first. So down here is the arrangement, but up here is where I did really all the work. So with the GT,
definitely a flex.
yeah, with the GTR, let me see here. Did I put anything originally on? Let's see. I'm gonna try to explain as articulately as drill. Let's see.
Is that RC20 or EQ? Oh, it's EQ. It's EQ.
No RC.
I hear the bands get tight.
No RC20. I had the guitar rig on it, right? And I think I used the preset. The preset that I used was Airverb. I just loaded that. I didn't tweak anything, and then I bounced it out. That's why it's off now. So I put that on the GTR chords. I think this was a second version of it, but with this one, I also put the guitar rig on it, but I set up the step effect. So I made 2 copies of it, and I nudged one over to the right to give it kind of an arpeggiated kind of feel to it.
Fills the gap.
Yeah, let me see if I play it.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's even doubling my double note off the original.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Exactly. So
that's hard though.
So I made the copy. I nudged it over, I believe, a bar, and I had to cut out certain parts to get it to bounce the way it bounced, and then I threw a guitar rig on that. So that was this one. The next one. All right, so this here is muted for some reason. So let me play it without.
That's that lead.
That's the lead. That's the original lead you had, I believe, right?
Yep. Yeah.
So that's the original. So the first thing I did is I threw an A1 trigger gate on it, flex.
It got it twice.
Yeah, A1 trigger gate, got to. That's that's the go-to now. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's the go-to now. So we put the A1 trigger gate on it, and then right after that, I put in the tremolo. Well, let me play with the A1 trigger gate.
You hear some UK drum and bass on that bitch.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Five starter.
You know, on a side note, once I start getting back into the groove of making melodies, I'm going to start exploring, you know, making beats out of the beat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Technically, there's plenty of layers here that I can just grab out and make a whole new beat out of it.
Make it completely, yeah,
you know definitely. What I'm saying? Versus starting a whole new project, just either take a layer, make a beat out of that, or simply crop out, you know, certain bars. Like I've noticed when I just like cycle maybe the last 4 bars of a joint or the last 2 bars, it gives an unusual bounce. And just strip that out and just build off of that. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's about efficiency. So. All right, so that was the A1 trigger gate. Then next I put on the tremolo. With the tremolo, I had it on 1/8 step, and I had a depth of 100 and a smoothing of 0. So it was literally bouncing left and right. Right. And then to give it a little bit more width, because the sample stack, all of these samples, all of these regions are under the sample folder. And in this sample folder, I have all my predefined plugins already running with automation and all that other good stuff. So I couldn't use, like, bus 16 is Ozone Imager, and then I have a Dr. MS Imager as well. So I couldn't put Dr. MS or Ozone on that strip because it was just gonna be overkill. So instead, I put this free plugin in called Wider, right? And it's an imager, but it's just an even spread. Like with Ozone, you can do a single stereo, you can do a double stereo, and kind of have one lean more towards the other, kind of like is it the sample delay myth?
Yes.
Where you get that little spread out of it. Yeah, it's kind of like that, but this one is an even spread down the middle. So I threw that on just to give it a little bit of width.
How does that one compare to like an S1 from Waves?
You know what? I'm not a big fan of the S1, in my opinion. Yeah, it has a down the middle, even spread across, and then you can kind of lopside the spread in a kind of stereo fashion. I guess I'm just not a fan of the interface, so I've used it once and really never used it again. I think it works great. It's just not me. I'm a visual guy, so if it don't look good, I'm not messing with it. That's probably why I was never a fan of the ES4, because it was an eyesore. I mean, but Myth is the one who can tell you it still is. I mean, it's obsolete now, but it was a superior plugin and a VST or whatnot.
Absolutely, I still use it. Yeah,
all the time. That thing's that sauce too.
Well,
yep.
Do you still have it? It still loads up on your current system, because I thought they replaced it completely.
I don't believe so. Let me look. Unless they did some crazy shit without me knowing, I'm pretty sure I got that.
I think they replaced it with sampler. I don't think you're gonna find it.
Nah, S1 Imager. I got it right here.
Oh no, not the S1 Imager. I thought you were talking about the ESX.
No, S1.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm talking about the S1, like the.
Oh yeah, the S1 is
Wave joint.
Yeah, no, I was talking about the ESX 20. Was it 24? That joint is.
Oh
obsolete.
yeah. No, that shit's gone. Unfortunately,
you can't. But Myth still has it on the other computer.
No, it's still yes sir.
He still got it on the other computer.
Keeping it alive. You know what I'm saying?
So I threw the imager on. So this is what it sounds like with without the imager, and then with the imager.
Who makes this plugin?
Infected Mushroom.
Infected Mushroom. All right.
I gotta get this. I don't have that. I have a million imagers, but I don't have that one.
So that was for the GTR lead.
Right.
Next was the synth. So this is the original synth, and I have 3 versions of this synth. So this is your original synth.
Right. And this is the pluck one, like the little airy pluck.
I believe so. At first, I thought it was a choir.
Or is this the bass? Let's see. Yeah, no, that's the low end.
That's the low end.
That was the bass.
Yeah. Right. That's the original. So the first.
That sounds like that. That sounded like that. Play that again. Does this now sound like that Paper Plane song?
Low key, yeah.
Low key, yeah. Yeah, a little
That's
song.
exactly what it's
Okay.
like.
So the first thing I did was I loaded up Shaperbox. So this is some sauce right here, man. I mean, y'all familiar with Shaperbox.
I've heard of it. I've never used it.
Shaperbox is from Cable Guy. So the halftime plugin that we're all familiar with,
right?
There's a function for that in here. But I just ran through the presets, and I started with a hopper preset, and this is what it sounds like.
Dope.
So is this a step sequencer? I to be 100% transparent, I don't even know what Shaperbox is. I've just seen other people use it.
It's a step sequencer. It's a time shifter. It has drive, filter, pan, and one other thing. I forgot what it was.
It's just multi-effects.
You can use them
all the way around.
Use them all at once, yeah.
And then if you go into the presets, you can go through different packs. You can actually update it. Well, I have the correct. Let me not say the word. You can you can update it with other
tropical
users.
Version.
Yeah, the tropical version with other users presets. But it's a dope plugin. So I usually run Shaperbox on all my melodies just to see if I can catch a different vibe, just to get an extra layer on that melody. So I use the hopper.
Right.
I used the hopper for that one, and then I threw a tremolo on it. So this is without the tremolo. And then this is with the tremolo.
Moves a lot.
And it still got movement, yeah.
Right.
So they just made it sort of
kind of tamed it out.
Better.
Yeah, tamed it out a little bit.
So I had this at a quarter step triplet, 100% depth and full smoothing. So that was that one right there. And then the next one, same synth, ran it through Shaperbox again.
Same setting on Shaperbox, or is it a different setting?
No,
on
different presets. So this preset is called Regroove. So this is how it sounds. Oh.
Yeah, I may have to go on and get this. This is gonna be fun to play with.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's fire.
And what you do after you find the the preset that you want, I save mine, right? So I have in my presets, I have all the presets that I've used thus far. That way, because it's a lot of presets. So you kind of want to go through the ones you like and then save them so you can always go back to them when you need them. I got them for hi-hats, all that good stuff. So. All right, so I put that on, and then I cut out the lows, I believe, about 200 hertz. I believe 188, right? And this is how it sounds. So with it off.
Right, it loses some of that dimension.
Yeah, that's with it on. And then the next one is the same stem, but I have Shaperbox with EF Panner. So this is with it, without it. And this is it with it. So it's just a subtle pan, left and right.
Goes to show the importance of some layering too.
So this preset has the pan, right? But it also has, the filter going through it. Don't ask me, I didn't draw this. That's how it came. Hopefully one day hopefully one day I can buckle down and really dissect the tool and go beyond the presets. This is the volume. And then there's also a width setting in here as well. I mean, the plugin is just crazy. It's crazy. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cop that one.
And then the last layer, I believe, was the spacey pluck.
Yeah. Okay. So that's that lead synth.
Yeah, I believe so. Let me just kill everything on it.
Yep. Yeah, that's that Prophet.
Yeah, so your original, I took your original and I chopped it and I moved things around. So it sounds like it's missing pieces, but that's by design. So after I chopped it, I threw on EQ. I cut it to about 458 hertz. I dipped the mids down to, -3. And this is what it sounds like with it. Without. I took out a lot of the low end harshness in it. And again, another flex. This is the go-to. This plugin is slept on, and it might be just as good, if not better, than Shaperbox, but
that's what I use. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of does the same thing. I think the only thing this doesn't have is the pan functionality. But other than that, was that?
Are you using a third party like bank on this, or do you use the stock banks?
I'm using a third party bank. So CJ Beats had created a gross beat volume 1 through 4, and I purchased those a while back. So I use his presets, and then I manipulated along the way. Let me know, and I'll drop it in the I'll drop it in your drive if you want a copy of it.
Yeah, for sure. I use that all the time. So the more banks I can load in, the better. I like some sauce.
Oh, that's a fact.
Sorry to interrupt.
You can use gross beat banks inside this plugin. That's dope.
Yeah, for sure. So this is it without it. And then this is it with it.
Flex.
Right. And then I threw on a tremolo. Give it some movement. Two bars, 67% depth, no smoothing. And then I threw on the infected mushroom widener.
Push it out a little bit.
Yeah, push it out just a little bit. Because with the sample stack that I have, you know, the strip is really designed for when I'm not making my own melodies and I'm just dragging the loop in. You know, whatever the loop is, it's automatically going to give it that width and that, you know, that wrap around feeling. So I can't use the same plugins that are on that bus and on that strip on another strip that's within the folder. You know what I'm saying? It's just right. Going to clash and not sound good. So that's where the infected mushroom comes in. I actually need to add it to one of the strips on my template just so I know it's there, because I completely forgot it was there, to be honest with you. So that's that and then when you put them all together, you get the following. Just a lot of movement. I mean, 4 out of the 6 tracks have tremolo on it.
Dope though.
You hear a little scratching in the background, very subtle.
I was gonna say here.
Yeah, very, very subtle. Nothing obnoxious, you know what I'm saying? So that was the melody. Any questions on the strip or anything with any of the layers?
That's hard.
All right, bet. All right, so let's mute this. So that should be muted. Let's go to this.
Is definitely trying to win Flex Talk today. For sure.
I gotta dissect properly, man.
He went in on this though.
The photo, you know, he did. He went in. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
I gotta give it to him.
For as long as I've been hounding him for the pack, and he finally got me the pack, that's why I didn't open it right away. I wanted to make sure I had the time to really sit there and do something dope to it. So, you know, I appreciate you putting the pack together, man. I think since Myth did Scary, Myth, you haven't touched the other one, right? The third one?
No, not yet. The Dreamer. What is it called?
What is it called?
Dreamer.
I can look. Hold on, I got the
Dreamer something.
On my
yeah,
Flex.
What
screen here. What
I would say, Myth, if you want, after you're done with Scary, I would say like start off with the melody, see what you can do to flip the sample, right? Either
Happy
start
Dream.
Half a Dream.
Happy Dream.
Happy Dream.
Okay.
Yeah. 95 BPM. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, you know, either flip the melody, send it to me, and I'll start the drums, or start the drums, send it to me. Whatever. I mean, I would say start it, send it to me, versus what we did with Rufus. I started it, send it to you.
Cool.
You feel me? Like the pack needs to be fully completed. You know what I'm saying? The man deserves that. You know what I mean? The pack was on point. All right, so
no, all those gonna get touched for sure.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So quick run through the drums, nothing crazy. So all the drums were done in the step sequencer, right? So I had a whole just one row. Usually in my template, I have the pattern region, which I could probably just. I have a hotkey on my keyboard. You know what I mean, flex.
Flex.
All right. So when it loads up like this, but I have all of my user. I have all of my all of my stuff already templated out, right? So ideally, 9 times out of 10, most producers will start off with the hat. So that's why I have more hat patterns than anything else. So I have one in a regular default, you know, 8th step. I have one in a 4th, in an 8th triplet up and down. I mean, it's all there. But I got all the sounds, all the perks, claps, rims, snares. So all I really got to do when I come in, I just unmute the strip, and I already got my hats running, and then just pick from, you know, whichever one gives the melody the best bounce. You know what I mean? And then once I get that bounce and I'm happy with the basic, you know, this just the foundation, then I bounce it out into a MIDI region, and then I go into the ones independently in the piano roll and start finessing the, you know, the hi-hat rolls and all that other good stuff. So for the clap, let's do the hi-hats first. For the hi-hats, it was pretty standard.
Pretty standard.
Standard.
Yeah, pretty standard. They came in killing.
All right, so that's the hi-hat. So I always have a console EQ on all of my percussion, right? Because I noticed through research, through like watching videos of, you know, mastering engineers and stuff, a lot of the mixing and mastering fundamentals, you know, revolve around the tone of the sound. Yeah, you can pick the best sound quality wise, but it's not always going to be in its best tone, right? And I found with the console EQ and the presets that they have, it kind of gives that sound a little bit more warmth. You know what I'm saying? So for example, if I take the console out, it's more in your face, the hi-hats, but if I throw the console on, I get just a subtle warmth to the hi-hat. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, those that are watching, this is a stock plugin, yes. And I think it kind of mirrors like an SSL kind of the way it's set up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, by the way, the hats, quick flex right quick. All right. So all of my perks and my 808s go through Alchemy. So I have 4 hi-hats layered to make the one. I have a filter on it as well. If I need a little extra oomph, I got an amp down here, which is equivalent to the boost knob in FL, right? So on any given Sunday, I can do all 4. I can do one. I can toggle in between a whole, you know, a whole kit, because these are each individual kit. So I got the high class slate kit in this one. I have the high class drum kit on D. I have someone's here. I'm not sure who this is. And then I have Cody from Internet Money's kit up in here. So it makes it convenient just to toggle through and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? So I got the hat.
Fire.
I threw a shaper box on it next.
I gotta get hit to that vintage console. I gotta use that.
The shaper box gave it like a triplet, and this is a preset as well. I threw halftime. I think I took halftime off, and then I used Tremolo, give it a little back and forth, little razzle dazzle, quarter
razzle dazzle.
You know what I mean? 68 depth, and then channel EQ. So that's the hi-hats. With the clap, nothing spectacular, just your standard black. Put a console EQ on that. But I do have Bus 13. Bus 13 is a drum perk spreader. So on the channel rack, I have a spreader going across everything in the rack, all the perks. But for the clap, snare, and the rims, I give it a little extra width just to give it that slap. Because of you, Myth, you say you pride yourself on making sure like the claps or the snares, the joints start, you know, they yam. You know what I mean? So
yes, sir.
I put the spreader on those. So that's the clap. For the perk.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, absolutely.
On the output, so like for your output gain knob on that console, on your drums, is there a reason you don't use the punchy on things like on like your clap or like on your snares, things like that?
On the console EQ?
Yeah, so go back to your console EQ.
Mm.
Go out over underneath your output drop. See how you have it on smooth?
Yeah.
So you actually have the different options there. Is there a reason you choose smooth over punchy or silky?
For two reasons. One, when I went into this drop down, I noticed that there were 3 different options, but if you notice in parentheses, they're highlighted specifically for the plugin within the vintage EQ setup. So the smooth works best with the console EQ, but you can toggle between the silky and the punchy. The second reason is because I didn't mess with any of these dials. I just went into the presets and they had everything that I needed. So I just set it and I just left it at that.
Set it and forget it.
Set it and forget it. You know what I'm saying? Presets are your friend. A lot of people don't realize that, man. Like,
absolutely.
You that's your stepping off point. You know what I mean? After that, you can tweak it, but don't spend your time opening up the plugin for the first time and then moving knobs all the way around. Find the preset that best fits the track or the channel strip that you're working with, and go with that. And then as you go along, you know, play with the knobs here and there and fine tune it. You know what I'm saying? But that's the reason 100%. Why. That's the reason why I never messed with it. So that was the clap, and then you got the perk. Nothing crazy. It's a mix of, what kit is this? It's a mix of Easy Baby. I don't know where I got Easy Baby from, and the Producer Grind high class kit. Put a little bit of filter on it to give a little bit of warmth, a little bit of low end. And then I put a second perk on there. Same thing. Probably another one from the high class kit as well. Just a little bit lower. So you kind of get kind of a left and right, give it a little panning. And then an open hat. All right. It's a simple open hat. Nothing crazy. I think it's
like a breakdown. That's dope though. The symbol.
Yeah, just like I think it's 2 and 1. No, it's just 1. High class cymbal focusing. Right. And that was
sounds like it was tuned down a little bit. At least sounded that way.
So what I always do when I remember is, let's just say the melody is in D sharp minor, right? So the 808 is in D sharp minor.
Did you tune the cymbal to the melody?
I tune all the perks. The only thing that won't get tuned is probably the clap, because if the clap sounds good as is, or the snare or whatever, I'll leave it as is. But if I can tune it, if it needs to be tuned up into that key or into that scale, and it sounds good, everything gets tuned up to sit in key with the melody.
Absolutely. That's high-end sauce, folks.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just I would say I do it 98% of the time. Sometimes I just forget, or I'm just in a rush, or I just want to knock a track out. You know what I'm saying? But then all in all, this is the track. This is the channel rack with just the beat. So that's
yeah, you went in.
Those are the perks, right? And I know, Miff, you said you wanted to start using folders. This is the convenience of the folder, right? Because I can just mute the perk section, unmute it, solo it, whatever, without having to mute or solo each individual, you know, sound within the folder.
Oh yeah, yes sir. I'm already using it. Yes sir.
So this is the KN8 channel rack, which has the kick and the 808. I also have a reverse kick and an 808 kick, but it's not in the project. So this is with it on.
Slap.
Right. That's with the kick.
Slapping.
I don't think the kick has anything special in it. I think it's actually one of my favorite kicks I still use to this day. The All You Need, the only kick I use, TB. Yeah, I use.
Oh
this,
yeah,
I use
classic.
I use it about 80% of the time for beats. So I threw that on, and I threw both filters on with a low pass of 12 dB on both. And you already know, I got the enveloper. I got the enveloper on there. It's bust though. I don't have it on it because I found that when I put it on the strip, it dilutes the source sound. You know what I'm saying? It's like with the imagers as well. Like if you take an imager and you put it on the sound itself, yeah, it'll give you the spread, but it's taking the source sound and it's literally spreading it apart, leaving you nothing in the middle. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I bust it at the end of the day. So I keep the central, the main source sound, but I get that spread as well, or I get that extra slap from the enveloper. You know,
yes, sir.
So I have that bust at -36. And then with the 808, by default, I have a compressor on there, already sidechained. So I already have a sidechain preset. It's already sidechained to the kick. So whenever I start a project and I need a sidechain, I just turn it on, and then it's automatically sidechaining for me. You know what I'm saying? And then if I need to give it a little tweak, I'll give it a little tweak here and there. But 9 times out of 10, where it's at, it's good money. And then I have a fresh air on it as well. Sometimes I like the 808 that I selected, but it just doesn't have enough grit, and I don't want to put any type of wave shaper or any type of distortion on there. I just want to pull out the hidden grit that's in the 808. So here's the 808 without the fresh air. And then this is with it on.
Dope.
Yeah. Yeah, it just brings out.
And almost gave it like an analog vibe too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's dope. Yeah.
Yep. And
okay,
then
some sauce.
And then
who makes that plugin? I've never seen that one either. The Fresh Air.
That's Slate Digital.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And it's free. Yeah. I don't know if it's free now, but it was free. It was free. I got an email from them. Yo, try this out. Man. Say less. I'm there. And then that's pretty much it, man. That's the beat as a whole.
Do me one favor though before you actually save and click off this project.
Yeah.
Drop my tag to like -6 or
I knew you had a preference.
That shit's loud as fuck.
It was
actually slapping.
It was actually louder.
Hear me? Can you hear it?
Yep.
We got you.
Cool.
So wait. Walk us through what's about to happen here. You added to this?
That's Drillbit. Yeah, I'm just gonna vibe with it and see what melodies and counter melodies and moments that I can make happen that fit. I don't have any premeditated ideas.
Oh no, what I'm saying is, did you add to it already?
Well, no, I added these. Well, yeah, added these chords when I first heard it, just to
fill it out.
Just yeah. So that just gave me a template of chord-wise, melodically-wise, where it can go if like a singer hopped on it.
Or,
like I would just do that, you know what I mean? And it's like something that catches a vibe where it's like, okay, it sounds like a record, you know what I'm saying? And just roll with it.
Yeah.
So I would record this.
80s.
would do that, and then if I need to make an alternate version of that same melody,
I'm hating on you right now, man. I'm so yo. Both of y'all.
Why you hating on your boy, man?
One plays the guitar and probably plays the keys as well. The other one damn sure plays the keys and the drums. And here I am playing one finger notes and taking loops.
The end result was that slapper that you just sent to me. Is this.
Yeah.
Right.
So it don't matter. It don't matter how you get there, as long as you get there. You straight.
Yeah, for sure. We might have to give Drill the 34% since he made the melody. It'd probably be no beat without the melody, so we might have to bless him.
He came with the IP of the melody. There we go. To the next section, see what we work with. I had to throw it in there just because I had to do it one time. All right, so let's see what we got.
That's Drillbit.
Don't forget to put your tag in here too.
It's in there. It's in there by default.
Bro, that little 8-bar loop right here is so hard.
Myth. 80s.
Oh yeah, man, it's coming together. It sounds good. I'm just adding just ear candy and just some color. You know what I mean?
Sounds sick though. Yeah. That top line you added is super catchy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's what we're going for. I mean, it was easy. It just automatically just fit in. As soon as I played the record, like, okay, this will work.
Yeah, it really pops out during the bridge.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
That's what's up, man. You got a nice head start. Got you a nice head start.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. No, this can end up being a big record, low key.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The power of LPG.